Hi all my beautiful friends, family, fellow light workers, beings of the light, earth beings. Welcome to our Sunday Shining. Welcome to this moment of being present together. So thank you once again for your wonderful comments last week and how you're just sharing what's on your heart. It's very, very wonderful. Yeah, this is as a woman I found on YouTube, which I'll leave a link to, called, her name is Vidya Fraser, and she's a spiritual teacher. Oh, yeah, and I think she has some wonderful videos, very supportive of this process that we're in. And she says this is called the time in between. So right where we are right now, we're not in the old world anymore, and the new world is there, but we have not really stepped into it, and so we're in between, where there is a dying going on and a birthing going on, and it's not easy, and it's sometimes very, very difficult, very tiring. Sometimes you might feel you just want to give up because this is just too strange, too hard, and sometimes everything feels like it's just standing still, and sometimes we get a glimpse that everything is really moving in the right direction and that all is well. So yeah, I myself find it challenging, and yeah, I do these videos and I enjoy it very much, and hopefully, or yeah, I can help some of you where you are in your life to just really be and feel the peace and develop the trust that all is well. So yeah, I had a few things this week, and I'll just I've got my paper over there, but I'll just see if I can remember it. So one of the things that happened to me this week was that I was selling some of my hens because I had too many. They were laying lots of eggs, and so I thought I may as well sell some. And this young man came to get some of them, and he was very interested in my place, and we did a walk around, and I just told him a little bit about the land and my plans, and afterwards it was very interesting because I could hear myself actually complaining, and actually that I had put myself in the victim position. I could hear from what I was saying and the way I was saying certain things to him that I was actually feeling quite sorry for myself. And this was such a gift, really, and because when we see something, we realize something about ourselves that is not optimal, and not that we should be perfect, but when we can see something that is not pure, love-filled, full of compassion and forgiveness, and the sense that all is well, when we are expressing this, or we have this state of being within us, it's wonderful when we can notice it, realize it, because then we can release it. Because there's no doubt that that state that I was in, first of all, it's not real fun for him. I don't know if he actually sensed it. Maybe he did. But I'm hurting when I feel I'm in a victim role and I feel sorry for myself. I'm hurting myself. And as I've said so many times before, it's not that that's not okay, because sometimes we do feel sorry for ourselves, and we actually have good reason to feel sorry for ourselves, because life is tough. Life is really, really tough. And some of us go through some really, really difficult stuff. And it's completely natural that we get to feel sorry for ourselves sometimes. So it's not that it appears. The important thing is that we notice it. We are aware that right now I feel sorry for myself. That is the most important thing in this process, that we know it's going on. And we have all these methods of cleansing things away and moving on very quickly, but as I see it, that's not really what we're being asked to do. We're simply being asked to notice what's going on in us. Very much the Eckhart Tolle path. Just be aware. Be aware that I actually was in a state of consciousness where I was feeling sorry for myself. And that awareness is the cleanser and the healer. So it's like the adult in us sees the little child in us that feels sorry for herself. And the adult doesn't say, oh, look at the bird, look at the sky, let's have a piece of cake. Stop your whinging. The adult stands there and maybe puts his or her arm around the child and says, it's okay that you feel like that. It's tough. And the child will move on when the time is right and see that this is not a place to stay. It's okay. It's part of human life that we sometimes feel sorry for ourselves. But for us to be spiritually awake and living in alignment with our spirituality, things must not become stagnant. And we have to learn to be aware of every single little aspect of what is going on in us. So it was very when I first realized it, it wasn't very nice. I felt a bit embarrassed because, and then things can get even worse. I felt a little bit embarrassed. Why do I feel this? And then I could see, I could sort of go back and sense, what is it that why do I feel sorry for myself? What is it? And a lot of it is old expectations I had to things in life that never worked out, that never came into fruition. Some things that we really, really wish that never happen. It can make us feel very, very sad and feel sorry for ourselves. And then there's the whole blaming thing, which I could sense in me also. There was some blaming going on. And I've talked about this so many times before, and this is coming up layer by layer by layer. It's coming up to be released. And so this is just so important that we make sure our life is so peaceful and quiet and very loving towards ourselves, so that we're always prepared to see, okay, there's a new layer of old pain, there's something stagnant, there's some there's some low vibrational stuff coming up to be released. I see it, I feel it, and I'm going to let it go now. And so with my grown-up self, I could see it all in a new perspective, that whoever I was blaming, they were doing their absolute best. Every single day, they were doing what they felt was right. And they are not to blame. They didn't give me what I wanted, but that's not the way the world works. Sometimes we are given what we wanted, sometimes we aren't. And life is not, the enlightened path is not about getting what you want. It's about loving what is, and loving who we are in the process of learning. So I could, I sort of did a little exercise of seeing all these people, all these situations, but especially the people standing with a flower for me. Whatever they gave me was a gift. No matter how painful it might have felt in the situation, it was all a gift to me. And to release all blaming and to just forgive. That I just sent forgiveness out, or let go of my negativity towards them. And sent them my love. Just sent them my love. And gave myself the love and the forgiveness that I was having those feelings. It's okay. And so, of course, I lifted myself out from being a victim of my life, which was really the state of consciousness I was in. It was quite low vibration. I lifted myself up to see that my life is completely abundant, and everything that I need comes to me, and everything is in divine order, and everybody around me is bringing a gift. It's a gift for me, although in the moment it might not feel like a gift. It is a gift, because if it's very difficult what they're giving me, it's something that's teaching me something that is very difficult to learn, probably. So all these people that we meet on our way, they're all bringing gifts to us. And we are not a victim of our lives. But some things are very, very painful and difficult. And allowing these emotions to be there. Allowing ourselves to sometimes feel that, like, this is just, this is very, very hard for me. So, yeah, that was a good little experience, or big experience for me. And there's no doubt that as I released all this low energy and came up and saw myself as a human being living in abundance, and everyone around me really being bringers of gifts, my energy came up, my vibration came up, and of course I released some bad energy towards these people and experiences. So it's very exciting, and that was a gift, really, that young man was listening to me speak. So and that is what can be very powerful. And what I also want to share here is that if we are very alert as we speak, and we notice how we say things and what we're saying, this can be a great help for us to know what's going on in our minds. So, yeah, it will reveal itself to us. So, yeah. another thing I want to share here is how I'm just being reminded, and sometimes when I feel low, how I remind myself the human potential, how each and every one of us is we are God in human form. We can create anything, and the love within us is never ending. Every single human being on this planet has an ocean, a never-ending ocean of love within them. And one day it will all be expressed. And sometimes when I really miss this and really think, my goodness, we have a long way to go, we humans. It's a great encouragement to think about this, that within every human being there is this infinite well of love, and one day it's going to open up, and we're going to share this love. So yeah, I've been asked by some of you to do videos of relaxation, and if you have not noticed, there is a playlist on this channel. If you go to playlists, it's not very far down. It's called something like videos on relaxation and well-being or something like that. And there are quite a few nature videos there where you can see nature, and there's especially one quite long one where my little doll is, you can see it on the video, and there I speak a lot. So if you haven't seen that, maybe you'd like to see that. So but let's do a little one now where we just sink into our hearts and relax. So if you like, you can close your eyes. If you like to keep your eyes open, that's okay. And just sink into your heart. Feel how you can sink deeper into your belly. Feel the breath going in and going out. We're just giving ourselves the gift of becoming completely present where we are, in our bodies, in our minds, feeling the spirit, feeling the life force flowing through us into every part of our body, and feeling how we are so much more than this physical body. That our spirit actually extends out to the sides and up. It's actually very large. Just sensing how we are big. And that all around us, in the boundaries of this spirit, there's this beautiful light shining. We are in this cocoon of love. All around us is this golden light. We are a being in this enormous body that the world is, that creation is. We are a being. We are separate, and we are one with all. And sense how out of your feet you have these long golden roots going all the way into the earth, connecting beautifully to Mother Earth. You are here in your life at this moment, breathing and being. And all that is needed of us really is to be. Just be. And sensing how relaxation is so vital. That we relax in this moment and the next and the next. And no matter where we are and what we do, that we choose to be relaxed. This is how we open the doors and all the windows to our spirit. Our spirit loves it when we relax. And we invite it into our lives so powerfully. Our ego is not relaxed, ever. So when we are relaxed, we are aligned with our soul, with our spirit, with our God self. Just feeling the breath going in and going out. Sensing how we are love. Love is who we are. And we have all the love. We have an infinite flow of love to fill ourselves with. Just allow every part of our being, all the hurt, all the sadness, all the joy, whatever it might be, to just be flooded with love. Wrapped in love, filled with love. And when we are full enough and whole enough, we can start letting this love flow out to others and give them a smile, stroke their cheek, give them a hug or a kiss, just letting our love flow out. All this we have always had, and we will always have. We are the flow of love. So just come back to sensing the cocoon around you, all this golden light that's protecting you and keeping you safe and keeping you alive and vibrant. And coming back to your body and just sensing how you are alive and you are present in this body, and you are now choosing to stay calm when you open your eyes. Just allow yourself to be calm all day today and tomorrow and during the night. You choose to be calm. So now you can open your eyes and maybe stretch your body. And just come back to this world around you where you are. So the last thing I want to share in this video is about our situation with this, all this that most people have felt has been very challenging the last year or more, and just yeah, give it a bit of attention right now. And as you probably have noticed, this has not been a big thing for me, because I have really not felt it. I do whatever I'm being asked to do with the masks and just do my thing. But I have been with people, and I still hug people and kiss people, and I've done it all along, unless they don't like it. I don't do it, but otherwise it has not, there's not been any fear in me. And I don't believe it was anything to fear. So, and one of you asked about vaccines, and it's just not, I'm not interested at all, because it's nothing I fear really. And also because as we go through this process of awakening, we don't fear death. And as I see it, if I were to die from that disease, that was something that's pre-planned, and it's going to happen anyway. So yeah, I think it helps a lot that I think it's very, very important, and I also see it as the message Christ brought to us, that to always ask your own heart what's true, because you might be told things that are completely untrue, and to always trust your own heart the most. So, but just what I want to share here is about how we have been, because of the lockdowns and because of all this distancing, we have been very distanced from each other. And as I saw it from the very beginning, I just love the phone, how we can call each other. We can also Zoom if you do that. But the thing is that if you want to connect with someone, you can always do it. You can write them a letter. So this whole way of thinking that, well, I can't do this, always looking at our limitations. I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, so therefore I will sit down and have a whiskey because I just think it's so depressing. Where if we ask our spirit, and I was talking about this last time, the ego always looks at limitations and how we are victims. The spirit never sees it that way. The spirit always sees opportunities. So as I have seen this, and I still feel it now, during this time, we have a greater opportunity to truly show people, the people we love, that we love them. And we have our phones, we have our Zoom, we have our emails, and we can even send a letter, and we could even go and visit them and give them a hug and tell them that we love them. So really, the fact that things have changed so much has actually been a wonderful opportunity and still is an opportunity for each and every one of us to ask, how do I want to share my love? How do I want to show people who mean a lot to me and who I really love? How do I want to show them maybe in a different way that I love them? And so there's nothing holding us back from sharing our love. And every time things are challenging, as I've said so many times, it's always training us to grow and to see the opportunities in the situation. So when we get to live like this, nothing bad can really happen. It's actually really impossible because we know that everything that happens is always there to help us fine-tune ourselves, make us even more loving, more beautiful, more in alignment with our spirit, more whole. It's all helping us to grow. It's all gifts. So I really feel this has been a very, very big opportunity for us to grow enormously. And the whole thing of seeing things as a problem and waiting for the problem to go away, that is the world, that is the way of the 3D, the ego based living. You don't sit around waiting for something to change. You see, oh, okay, how can I how can I make this how can I shine even more now that this is happening? And yeah, with the way I used to live when we had little kids, my ex-husband and me, and the way we chose to live was living on the land and producing most of our food ourselves, having animals. And I just love that way of living, because you're never bored and you're not being entertained by something outside you. We might have watched a movie in the television, but life was very exciting. Life was juicy, and we moved around on our bikes. We had a car, but we'd go either walk to a place or go use our bicycles mostly. So you're moving, you're using yourself to move. So yourself very you're using all your skills, and yeah, just doing lots of creative things, knitting, yeah, making all these woolen things, the children drawing and painting, and they were even making their own toys because they wanted to make their own little dolls, and playing music, singing. I mean, there's so many things we can do where you don't need to press a button. Because the human potential, as I was saying earlier, the human potential to love is never ending. And the same with our creativity, the human potential to create and to amuse ourselves, stimulate ourselves, create amazing lives. It's all in us. We might need that tool and that tool sometimes, but really, with hardly any tools, you can create so much. So it's just really getting into the mindset, leaving the ego mindset that is I need, and if I don't have, I can't. This way of thinking too, oh my goodness, I have 2 hands, I have 2 feet, I have a head, I have some hair, I have all this, I can think, I can speak, I can sing, I can dance, I can love, I can hug, I can kiss, I can create food, I can grow food, I can have animals, I can do all this. Oh my goodness. And the beautiful thing is that every time a human being chooses a creative life where they're using their potential, their creativity, their abilities, it's unique. It does not exist anywhere on this planet in exactly the way that you're doing it or I'm doing it. It's unique, and that's so beautiful. And of course God is having a ball within us when we're not sitting there waiting and just letting ourselves be entertained and be so reliant. So yeah, seeing ourselves as so with such endless potential for all good. It's a wonderful way to be. So I'm going to finish this video now, and I send you all my love where you are in this world. Wishing for you that you feel, you sense how there is opportunity everywhere, within your heart and all around you. There's opportunity for growth, to see yourself in a new light. Maybe there's a little hurting inner child that needs some comfort this day. Maybe your neighbour needs a hug. I go and give my neighbour a hug once in a while. There is so much that you can give, and and just create for your own joy. So have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful, wonderful week in this time of the equinox. Powerful, powerful energies are coming in. And yeah, if you like, go and listen to Vidya Fraser, who has these long talks about this process that we're in of awakening. Some of it is about the conspiracy theories that I don't really agree with that, but whatever you can use, go and see if you can use some of that. So take care, my friend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.